There is no hood like parenthood. Hi, I'm Kanika Chadda Gupta. I'm a former CNN journalist, mom of 3, including twins, and host of That's Total Mom Sense, the podcast. Now, if I had $1 every time I heard, gee, you have your hands full. On my show, I interview change makers on their life lessons, legacy, and superpower of intuition, which I call our mom sense and dad sense. I've had the privilege of working with Mom 2.0, March of Dimes, and the White House, and have had some pretty amazing parents on my show.
Hey, what's up? I'm Kelly Rowland.
Hi, this is Chelsea Clinton.
It's me, Bobby Brown. Can't wait to share my story.
That's Total Mom Sense is a production of the Evergreen Podcast Network. Be sure to subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts and on YouTube so you never miss an episode. To join my tribe, visit that'stotalmomsense.com and follow me on Instagram at Kanika Chadda Gupta. Now let's dive into today's episode. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to That's Total Mom Sense, where we navigate the joys and challenges of parenthood together. I'm Kanika Chadda Gupta, and today I want to talk about two very important topics that are deeply intertwined: taking care of ourselves and taking care of others. First, I want to address something that's been on all of our minds and has weighed heavy on my heart, and that's the destruction that has ravaged Los Angeles. The wildfires have left families displaced, 8,000 homes flattened. The air quality is worsening, and it's a stark reminder of how interconnected we are. I remember my professor, Sam Roberts from the University of Miami, once told me that when there is a crisis situation, you'll only see the headlights of two different people heading into the eye of the storm, and that's the first responders and journalists. So my heart really goes out to them because they are putting their lives on the line to either save families and pets from, a ravaging fire, or to get us the up to the minute news and story. I have been following my friends who have been gravely affected by the wildfires. One is Joan Nguyen, who is the co-founder of Being Boomo with Chriselle Lim. And you can follow her on Instagram at joan.boomo. She lost her home, and her kids lost their school and their community center and grocery store. Their entire livelihood has been upended. Another friend is Samantha Edis, and that's also her handle on Instagram. She lived in the beautiful Pacific Palisades and has lost her home. And one of my friends, Shilpa Shah, so her handle is Shilpa R. Shah. She is the founder of Kuyana, which is an apparel and accessories brand. She has really taken a stand and has been volunteering nonstop, creating donation centers of apparel, items that are needed from, just sneakers and shoes to diapers to all things women's health. Like, she is really galvanizing change in her community and helping families in need. So definitely follow her. And in order to show your support, consider donating to the Red Cross, and we'll link that website in the show notes and below. And organizations like the California Fire Foundation. Every bit counts, and if you're in the area, check out volunteer opportunities to help distribute supplies or provide shelter. Okay, so let's talk about the importance of well-being. As parents, it's easy to put ourselves last, but the truth is, if we're not well, we can't show up fully for our families. Lately, I've been exploring some new wellness practices that have been transformative, and I want to share them with you. Number one, breath work. With air quality being a real concern right now, I am so mindful about how important it is that we breathe. And so I've started incorporating daily breath work into my life. And not only does it reduce stress, it also strengthens lung capacity, and something that we can all use in times like these. I'm asthmatic, so it's something that I'm very, very vigilant and aware of. Here's an easy practice. It's called the 4-7-8 breath, and that's just inhale for 4 counts, hold for 7 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and exhale for 8 counts. Another exercise I find very powerful is Ujjayi breathing, and it's a yogic practice. And that is when you inhale through your nose and you open up your throat and you feel the air and the inhalation at the back of your throat like a wind tunnel. And you hold it for as long as you can and you exhale. And I like to inhale and exhale from my nose. I find it to be really, really invigorating. And it was something that I learned during my happiness course at the Art of Living, which is a foundation and philosophy founded by Sri Sri Ravi Shankar. So if you want to learn more, you can just visit Art of Living online. The second is the power of adaptogens. And I have actually been incorporating this into my day with a productivity and a sleep and wellness shot called Magic Mind. If you're focusing on mental wellness in 2025, like me, then you should give Magic Mind a try. It's a game changer for anyone looking to enhance their productivity and reduce stress naturally. It's packed with adaptogens like ashwagandha to help manage stress, matcha for sustained energy, and nootropics to sharpen focus. Unlike coffee, it doesn't give me the jitters or an afternoon slump. It just keeps me steady and clear throughout the day. And that's something that I need when I'm doing my podcast or meeting with potential guests or brand partners, and when I have all 3 of my kids in tow after school. I take 2 shots a day, the first one in the morning, and it's called the Mental Performance Drink. And it's become my secret weapon for juggling my work, parenting, and everything in between life. And at night, I take the Sleep Performance Shot, which has magnesium glycinate, a natural muscle relaxant that's non habit forming, and there's no melatonin. These shots are small enough to toss in my bag, so I never forget to take them. I always have a little stash handy. I'd love for you to give it a try. Visit my special link to receive 45% off your bundle. It's magicmind.com/Kanika Jan. Again, that's magicmind.com/KANIKAJAN. Enjoy the magic. And the third thing that I do to focus on my well being is mindful mornings with my kids. And this is something new that we've been incorporating at breakfast time. We just go around and say one thing that we're grateful for. When you wake up in the morning, you have a fresh new start, a new day. And so when you start with gratitude, you just, are more likely to have a positive outcome throughout the day. And after school, we play Rose, Thorn, and Bud. And that's a fun talking game where we share our rose, which is the most beautiful part of our day, our thorn, which was most challenging, and our bud, something we're looking forward to. And it is so sweet to hear what my 6 and 7-year-old kiddos have to share. And now shifting focus onto others and how we show up in the world. I think it's so important that we prioritize our connections and relationships with those in our lives. So, firstly, let's focus on family. I have started incorporating connection check ins during family meals. It's the easiest time when we're all together, and it's a moment for us to share how we're feeling and what's on our mind. And you can do the rose, sword, and bud during this time, or just, have fun card games, come up with some sort of tradition of your own to get everybody's juices flowing and talking. Because the more that you and your partner and your kids talk to each other, the more interconnected you are and less lonely you feel. We all know that loneliness is an ongoing epidemic these days, and one we hear frequently about from our Surgeon General Vivek Murthy, and one that my dear friend Dr. Sue Varma, author of Practical Optimism, dives into in her book and her talks. The second is community wellness. I have been making an earnest effort to connect with other parents. So, whether it's organizing an event at my kids' school, a play date where we all just meet at a park, or WhatsApp thread messages, I want to stay connected with all these people, from those I've just met to my friends. And whenever I am commuting and I'm alone in the car, that's when I go down my phone and call those on my rotation. I have friends who have flexible schedules like me, and it keeps me sane to talk to them regularly. So if you see my call list, you'll see how I'm talking to different people throughout the week, from business relationships to college friends. And I love it. So, to wrap up, I want to leave you with this. Well being isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. And whether it's small daily practices like gratitude journaling or bigger efforts like supporting the wildfire relief, every action we take matters. I encourage you to try one new wellness practice this week, whether it's something I mentioned today or something you read about or heard of on a podcast. And if you feel so inclined, which I hope you do, please donate, volunteer, or reach out to those in need and who would benefit from your extra TLC and encouragement. It makes a world of a difference, and kindness is what brings us together as humanity. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Don't forget to subscribe to That's Total Mom Sense for more episodes that empower and inspire. And if you try any of the practices I shared, let me know about it. Send me a DM on Instagram at KANIKA CHADDA GUPTA, or email me at thatstotalmomsense@gmail.com. Stay strong, super parents. I'll see you next time. Thanks for listening to this episode of That's Total Mom Sense. You can listen to the audio version wherever you get your podcasts. Just search for That's Total Mom Sense. You can learn more about my guests by logging on to www.thatstotalmomsense.com. Be sure to follow me on Instagram, where I'm most active on social media. My handle is at KANIKA CHADDA GUPTA. And if you have ideas for show topics or guests you can't wait to have on the show, write to me at thatstotalmomsense@gmail.com. And lastly, please rate, review, and subscribe to That's Total Mom Sense if you haven't already. Thanks for being in my tribe.